Okay, so now let's get our spikes. Little tight there, and I could roll a 1/2 of an inch, but boy, I'd have to walk all the way to the end of the machine. All the way to the end of the machine, and it's just not happening. So today, what is the date today, Rich? It is, we're filming this on the 21st of December. So today is the day before our supposed big snowstorm where we're going to have 8 feet of snow. Everybody's at the store buying stuff. Blizzard warnings. But I don't buy it because we never have that much luck. And I gotta tell you, here's the thing. I don't like sunshine. Can't stand it. I would do wonderful in the Pacific Northwest. I think I've said that before. I like dreary, dark, rainy, icky weather. Just cheers me right up. And sunny weather, it's like I feel like I'm supposed to be outside working instead of inside working in my studio. So that's why I like the dreary weather. And I usually close all the blinds when I'm working, turn off all the lights except for the machine lights. So anyways, every time they prompt... Oh! God, you scared the devil out of me!
Anyone in the Pacific Northwest,
I'm gonna put a bell on you!
Jamie, he's ready to move. Just go ahead. Please comment below if you'd like Jamie.
Get out of here. Scram before somebody drops a house on you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put a bell on him. Oh, all right. Well, there's some entertainment for you.
Comment below.
Just mellow. Don't you hate that? Now, all of you, I know you've had that happen in your studio. You're just quilting right along, and someone within the household just walks right in without even saying, "Hey, I'm here."
Telling a silly story.
Telling silly stories, but that's a good story. So, anyways. Oh, she loves rain. She'd be fine. She'd be fine. So, leave that in so they see how evil you are, please. Anyways, so we're supposed to get this storm, but here's the problem. The weathermen always say, we're going to get this horrible storm. We never get this storm. And so it's like a big letdown. So it is. It's the lake effect here, right? Because we're right on we're 5 blocks from the lake, Lake Michigan. The water is not frozen, so they're saying it's going to be a lot of snow. So, anyways, not 8 feet. No, I was just exaggerating. It's probably supposed to be about, well, we've heard anything from 5 inches to 2 feet. So, anyways, we'll see. Although every year it's like things have changed. The weather patterns have changed over the last 6 or 7 years because we typically now don't get any snow until after January. We might get a little dusting. Never on Christmas. I mean, I remember, you know, because I'm from Michigan. I mean, we had snow starting in November for the whole 4 or 5 months. Now, nada. So I'm just building myself for the big letdown. No snow. Or 2 inches.
We'll post pictures on paper.
We will. We'll post pictures to see if they were right or wrong. Well, but you won't know what those pictures were about. Because we'll post them before this video gets... Because this is week after next video, right? I think. Yeah. Then we're finished filming the Pandora's Universe PC Long instruction part this weekend, probably through the holiday. So I'm excited about getting that finished. I'm planning some thread painting portraiture stuff to send out to everybody so you can either print it off or have us print you some and send it to start some thread portraiture and thread painting. Live classes. Some of them will be live, some of them will be the other way. All right, so that guy's done. Now what I'm gonna do, instead of just cutting thread, I'm gonna slide right over here, and since it's right there, I'm gonna be doing like a micro filler in there, so I'm just gonna do some of my swirl right to the tip, and now I'm gonna go ahead and ditch that part. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera, but I did. All right. And today was our employee holiday lunch where we took everybody out for lunch that works with us. And I was going to get a salad, but I didn't. Because I got a fish Reuben, which was very, very good. As creepy as that sounds, it was extremely good. Yes, for those who have been here, we went to Holly's, the popcorn place where they give you popcorn right when you walk in the door. It's like a little diner, saloon, pub thingy. Rich calls it a pub, I call it a diner with alcohol. Of course, I don't drink, although I will say this. So I'm simply going around everything here. Obviously, you see where I'm going here. I'm chatting away. My Roberta, which a lot of you have met on here, my sublimator friend, she introduced me to this hot wine, warmed up wine. It's mulled wine. And we went to the German restaurant in Chicago a year ago or something, and she had a glass, so I had a sip, and it was very good. And like I said, I don't drink a lot, but they have it at Aldi's, and it's amazing. All the spices are in the wine. Gluckwein? Gluckwein, okay. That is the brand name if you're interested, and it is incredible. Stock up, because once you have it, you're going to want it, especially through the winter. And actually, if you get a little cold, I bet it would be kind of nice too. Little schlock back. cure all your ills. And we actually had it because I made beef sauerbraten. Which is a wonderful beef. And I have beef about 2 or 3 times a year. Normally I try to stay vegan, if that, yeah. And, oh, it's good. You make this mixture, red wine, vinegar, wine, all these amazing spices, aromatics, and you soak the meat in it in the fridge for 7 to 12 days, and it gives this amazing flavor. And then once you the stuff that you soak it in gets made into this incredible gravy, and I'm in it for the gravy. It's all about the gravy for me. So yeah, it's kind of pickled meat, and then in the gravy you put ginger snaps, which adds this wonderful flavor and thickens it. And I did it with traditional red cabbage with cinnamon and such. That was good. I think I had mentioned before, my mother and I lived on the 3rd floor above this wonderful German family who would always invite us for their wonderful traditional German dinners. I had the biggest girl crush on my dear Sabina, who is actually a friend on my Facebook page. We've known each other since I was 4 years old. She was my babysitter. Sweetest young lady ever. I've been doing an awful lot of wool gathering lately, I'm telling you. I don't know why. I think Rich is hoping that it's because I'm going to croak or something. I don't know. He's been getting the itch to call the dumpster people to get all this art and craft stuff out of the way. So, ladies and gents, I'd buddy up with him if I were you. I'm afraid to even get the flu around here. Just gonna hire a front loader and a dumpster. Okay, so now this guy is nice and stable. And again, once I start doing the microfill, we'll get some side lights on for some of the texture. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have yeah, that's a great idea. And to make sure I didn't miss any ditching. Nope, I think I got it all. They will tell us. And thank you, folks. Yeah, that works. So everything's ditched here. Now what I'm going to do is, I think I am, just for a little bit of added oomph, I am going to go into the purple, and I'm going to do, I think, a 1/4 inch echo inside the purple. I just like that. And then I will work my way down the quilt, and then what we will do is then come back for a little bit of the fill. But first, let me show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So I am simply going to do an inch echo right there in the purple on all of the purple spikes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that, and then I said a 1/4 inch. So inch would be way too much. 1/4 inch is perfect. Oh my gosh. So I couldn't find my add a 1/4. for my paper piecing for the Pandora's Universe piece along. So I'm hunting all over because I asked Mr. Ritchie if he would get me another Attacord, and he says, I bought you 20. You know how they say that? I don't understand why people do that.
Because I got the receipt.
Yeah, you don't have any receipts. I bought you 20 of those. I know I have. And it's like, I may have gotten one, and I did. So I hunted and hunted and hunted, and I did finally find it in a project bag. How I found it, I don't know. I think I remember that that was the last paper piecing project I was working on. In the wrapper? Well, no, I saved the wrapper because I always put it back in the baggie because I'm organized that way. All right. All right, so you see what I'm doing? I'm going to do that all the way around, then we'll come back. I am going to change my bobbin color to a nice purple, so there's no pokies, and that'll look nice on the back, which is actually teal with some purple in it, so it'll be just fine. And then we will do that, and then we'll be on to me finishing the quilt and then doing the micro work and all the white.
Is it the end of the Jamie Wong story hour?
It is not the end of the Jamie, well, it might be the end of the Jamie Wong. I'm sorry. I'm prattled on. So I'm going to continue this all the way around, work my way down. Let me get rid of some of these tails here. And then we will come back for our conclusion and filler. Okay, so here we have our double scallop, and then we have this area that's blank below the double scallop. I'm going to go in here and put filler in that area to give texture. I have my piano keys. I still haven't done my side borders, but I am going to work my way back up. I'm at the bottom of the quilt. I'm going to work my way back up to do the filler, and then once the filler is all done, I'm going to come and do the side borders just like I've done the top and bottom borders. Now here with all the light, you can't really see, so let me take you right now and show you a little bit of texture of what me filling this in is going to do for the quilt texturally. So here we go. You can see as I move across how putting that filler right inside there really gives that some texture. Okay, so now I've got my start speed set. I'm going to go in. Do my micro work. And I'm going to be doing this all the way across inside each of the double scallops. That way, there will be that wonderful textural difference as we saw in the low light picture or video. On the way across, go to the next one, fill that in. And once I finish this, then I'm going to go into the white portions near the flying geese, right above here, and do all of those. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in all of the white areas around the flying geese. And as you see, what I did is I did go in to the peak of the goose and I actually put a 1/4 inch echo. That was a decision I made later, and I just went ahead and did that off camera. Um, so that way it kind of mimics the inside of this area of the medallion where I went in and did the echo. And then also in this part of the medallion, I went in and did another echo, which you'll see with the shadow pictures. So as I start doing this, I'm going to fill in this, and then I'm going to roll my shadow footage so you see a little bit of the texture that I'm giving that particular piece. So I'm going to pick up my thread. And the filler I'm using is simply just my standby, as you've seen me do before. It always works. Swirls with little feathers. We all have our little black dress design, and this is, of course, the one that I've been using for years as filler. So I go up, cross over, and now I'll fill in the other side, and then I'll come down on the next goose. I'm not going to show micro work, but I do want it fairly dense. Slide down, and then what I'll do is I'll continue going up and down around all of the geese. To give this texture here that you see on the dark video. Okay, so I am going up the side. I have removed my basting from the center up. And with this small wall hanging, I actually have removed it all the way up, and it's within my throat space. And I've lined this up, I've locked my stitches, I'm heading over, and now I'm simply going ahead and going up the side. You could turn your quilt if you're a quilt turner person, and then do the borders bottom up. Or you can do it this way, which is kind of how I do most of my borders. I think I've mentioned before, let me grab my stoop, that I don't turn a lot of borders unless I really have to. That being said, if you're new and you feel more comfortable turning your borders, don't feel uncomfortable not turning your borders. It doesn't take that much time. Now, here's the deal. So now you can see on our overhead camera here that I want to make sure to meet right there. All right, so I just put the final stitches in this beautiful little wall hanging, so let's go take a look. And I figured in the dark with the side lighting we would be able to see it a lot better. So we're going to take her down to the quilt. Yay, see what I mean? You get to see all that wonderful texture. That's how I love looking at quilts. So again, over here I did the double arcs, and now you can see how that filler fills up all of those sections and gives that beautiful texture, along with the piano keys out here. And then you can see here all of the filler around the geese, and of course the X in the cornerstone. These I love on quilted. It adds that beautiful look. What did you call that, Rich? You said that was kind of parchment kind of a look, which I really like. And then of course, again, that goes all the way across the border. And then here, of course, in this cornerstone, we have that wonderful double lotus medallion that's rounded out here in the corner. And as we work our way over, you can see how it moves across. And then here, of course, you can see the spikes of the medallion. What I had done, and I did not go into this, we knew that I was going to go in and do a 1/4 inch echo inside of each of the purple spikes, but I also did it inside the teal spikes. I felt that that added a really nice texture in there that I think it needed. And of course we see here all of the filler around the center medallion itself. And of course then you get the full effect as you work your way over of all of the texture as you move across the quilt. All right, so we have another finish. So, and I love it. I think it's amazing. Obviously it needs to be blocked, but aside from that, it looks incredible. We already have gone over the explanation on the machine with the side light, and so Mr. Ritchie wanted to make sure that we got in here and did a full quilt view. So it turned out really lovely. I really like this little piece. This will be a lovely wall hanging. So there we have it, and we will see you at our next quilt along. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have an amazing new year.